Welcome to MMT Chats. This episode brought to you by ISCAR with new ideas for machining intelligently. Hey MMT followers, Christina Fuges with Mold Making Technology for another quick 5 in 5 MMT chat. And that's 5 best practices in 5 minutes or less on ways to improve efficiencies with technology, workforce, development, and business management. My guest today is Jordan Robertson, who is the Vice President of Business Development and Marketing at StackTeck. Hello, Jordan.
Hello, Christina. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, number 1. How do you create and maintain an employee-centered culture?
Once a year, we choose to give an award to one employee who best demonstrates the qualities of leadership, creativity, and determination. And of course, those are the 3 keywords when we're asking everybody to vote. Normally, we'll pull about 20 people, senior people, into a room and ask for nominations, and we talk, and within an hour we settle on, okay, this is the person who is going to receive the award.
All right, number 2, what are your top 3 best technology investments and why?
So number 1 by far, the big number 1 is in our people. Technology and innovation comes from people. And number 2 on my list is, I would say, our engineering capabilities and the investments that we make in the latest and greatest engineering tools from 3D design and the automation of 3D design through to our melt flow analysis tools, our theoretical calculations, and modeling of heat transfer from the hot molten plastic at its center through the steel to the cooling water and the mold, finite element analysis, the parts after they're molded, how strong are they going to be? And then number 3 is our equipment. We are a precision mold maker. The capabilities of the machines on our floor are changing significantly. We've made enormous investments in high-speed milling in recent years. The last summary I did was showed that we had invested just under 9% of the value of our sales in machines on the floor over a period of 7 years,
Wow.
which is
Yeah.
very substantial.
All right, number 3, what is your latest process improvement?
Our latest process improvement is something that's just kind of in its infancy. We did a major ERP system over 20 years ago, and we are now at a stage of kicking off a replacement.
All right, number 4, how do you measure success? What's your metric?
In 10 words or less. I'm going to mention a few things. We have regular Gemba board walks attended by the heads of every function and the senior management team. We have these boards are located all over the business. We have one in sales, we have one in human resources, we have one in accounting, and they're in all the main manufacturing areas. And so we actually used to have the whole team before the pandemic walk around to these boards. Today, since the beginning of the pandemic, we now do it. We take a picture of the board and everybody sees it through a Zoom call. But I would say, how do we measure our business? Is we look for anything that might be out of control, and then we zoom in on it. One of the things that we measure on a regular basis is customer satisfaction, which of course is extremely important. Our customer success is our success, and so we have a questionnaire that we administer. And then of course, the basics of running a healthy business: safety of employees, how are things going with respect to the things that we are doing, activities that work well for our employees. We have a very active social committee group.
All right, number 5, how do you stay competitive?
So staying competitive is challenging, because in order to stay competitive, you need to be in a leadership position, and you need to maintain that leadership, which means you need to understand what's going on in the industry. So having a global reach and being present in the industry, what is being shown at trade shows, what is being said at the conferences and the industry associations. We invest a lot of time and work in being on top of what is going on in the industry. And then you need you need the ambition to set out and figure out, okay, where do we expect to be in the future? And, you know, here's 10 options of things we could do. We can't do all 10, but what are the 2 or 3 or 4 we're going to try to make happen, and where would each of them put us in those future scenarios? And that's I think one of the greatest strengths of StackTeck. We've always been very innovative and ambitious all at the same time, with an intent to have something, you know, to have something that's never been done before, like a 4-level stack mold, or a paint can that can be molded in one piece without changing the design. And there's our brochure, I can't name the whole list, but we have a really large number of industry firsts that we can point to as examples of doing exactly that.
Yeah, of having ambition and being innovative. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you, Jordan, for joining me for that quick 5 and 5. And for everybody out there watching, visit moldmakingtechnology.com for everything mold making, and stay informed and stay inspired.